Show time. Let's get this thing rolling. How's everybody doing tonight? Can everybody hear me out there? Excuse me. It's a Friday night again. Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight we are going to be here to answer any questions if you have them, and we're going to do some farming. I was going to have the add-on that I've been working on ready, but I decided to put a little extra work in it and get the extra piles, and it's not ready tonight. But next week we're going to have a map update, and we will give you guys that as well. How you doing, One Chipmunk? G-Man 131. Glad you guys can make it. So we're back on the server tonight doing a little bit of catch up and getting some paper. I got to get that paper over to the gypsum factory. Make bricks faster. Oh, we could make everything real fast, but then you guys wouldn't have you. There's always going to be something that's going to be a little bit behind. I'll check on the bricks and the paper before the update and see if I think they need adjustment. And if I do, if it's ridiculously slow for some reason, I'll try to up them a little bit. Bricks are just used for orchards, so it's not like you need a ton of them. I mean, our orchards are already built. It was pretty easy if you get them going. So I don't know if they actually need to be boosted or not. Look at all the orchards we have. You're always going to be waiting on something. That's the way we look at it. If it's not the bricks, then it'll be something else. But I do have to run some product around the map today and get things pumping out. Maybe even do the orchards. They're kind of backed up a little bit too. Everything is over here. We're going to take some paper in the box truck down to the gypsum factory. What's the update for? The update is to fix a few minor issues, very minor, and we're going to see. I haven't even got a chance to do it yet. It's been a busy week here. But I'm going to see if I can get the oat and rye to give windrow, as well as possibly put the chopped straw mod in. Not sure yet, but we're going to give it a go and see if it messes up saves or if it's all going to be good. The fixes are there's a couple bumps in some fields. It's not major stuff. That car that's invisible down by the port will be gone. But I think we've wrapped up just about everything that's any issue. So, hey KW, how you doing today? So unless you guys know of anything else, we'll just have a few fixes and we're going to see if we can do a few extra things. I can't back up worth of beans today. I need another driver. Come on. I got the steering wheel working, but I'm out of practice, I guess. Been playing too much 7 Days to Die. Is the bump on 35 on the list? No, it is not. So I will check that out. 35 and 48. 47 was taken care of last one. So it's 35 and 48 have bumps. So I'll look for that. And I thought I was loading, but apparently I wasn't. Oh, I hate this when this happens. It's in the trigger and it's finicky. Sometimes you just gotta back out of them and go back in them. Tom host, how you doing today? And chat, how you guys all doing? For those of you who I don't see because the list always runs off my screen. There we go. Paper FS 2015 fan and Caroluna, how y'all doing? Big Daddy, what are you doing here, Big Daddy? I need your help, Big Daddy, when you get a chance. Log in someday. Need you to open some ports on the server. Just so you know. And Grabby Latouche is in the house as well. Hello, Big Daddy. What's up? What's new? Yeah, tell me about it. It is hot in here. I'm in the basement. It's usually the coolest place in the house. But it has been broiling in here with this PC kicking off the heat. I have no idea what the temperature is outside. Not a clue. Old Man Farmer, how you doing? Glad you guys could make it out. Not doing anything special today. Next week we will be having another update for the map with a few minor tweaks and maybe a couple additions if they all work well. If not, they'll be saved for a 2.0 release down the road. But right now we'll see if we can get them in and if they don't mess up everything. 96 in Missouri. Holy, yeah, it's got to be in the 90s here, but I haven't checked. I don't leave the basement very often. It's too hot upstairs. Is that what? Maybe that's why. I'm pretty close to Big Daddy, so if it was close to 100 there, it probably is here too, because I am broiling. Amaki, I'm doing fine. How are you? $95 and only 50% humidity. Huh, only. A very nice day. I actually don't mind the heat too much. I'd rather have it be hot than cold, but there's a limit to how hot before it gets uncomfortable. It's around 95 and hot. 95 and humid. Without a breeze. Now you see, when I was in Florida, there was a breeze. So when it was humid and hot, I didn't mind it as much because you always had that ocean breeze to keep you cooled down a little bit. But here in New York, when it's hot and humid, it's just hot and humid. Anybody having trouble selling milk at Dock 5? Not that I know of, but I'm sure we have extra milk. We might be able to check that out. I'm in the wrong bay for paper, that's for sure. Can't sell paper there. Let's try this side. Is it possible that they are full and they won't take any more milk? That's always a possibility that a lot of people run into.
Yes, we have extra milk.
Well, I'll give it a shot and see what happens. Get that drywall going. First, I'm going to run one more load of this paper down here. We got to keep this thing pumping out. If I could read, there it is. National Gypsum. Start production on both lines, please. Look at that. We have drywall, too. Not a lot, but we have some. Is milk at Dock 5? I can't remember. Da da da, let's see. Shops. Dock 5. Milk apparently is in the list right at the top, so we'll give it a shot and see if we can sell some milk a little bit later. Hey, Misty Davidson, how you doing? The National Gypsum theme song. Keep it going, keep it going. National Gypsum. Actually, I wonder if they have a theme song. I don't think they ever had a commercial. At least I haven't seen one. Did I get your friend request on Twitch or where? Get the drywall going. On Steam, I haven't logged into Steam because, but I will check it out. I mean, I'm logged into Steam, but I'm not online because when I go, I have so many friends now that I don't know who they are. Some of them, I just accept any friend request through Steam. And usually when I'm gaming or doing stuff, especially when I'm streaming, I don't have it turned on so that I don't get interrupted during the stream. But if you're there, I will accept it. Is there anything you could do with in-game eggs besides a farmer's market? Not currently. Somebody mentioned that there was a mod out there. I don't know if it exists that makes it so you can use in-game eggs at other triggers, but I have not checked it out yet. Can I accept it? I will. I just can't do it right this moment. Give me a couple minutes and I'll jump over there and get that accepted. Thank you very much. When I'm filling up my trailer. National Gypsum is a real place. And it is on the East Coast. I don't know exactly where they're located, but all of the factories in here actually are real places because I don't want to design logos. So what I do is I search the web and I find the logos, even Cogent Forest Products. I don't know if they do paper or wood or what they do, but it is a place. It really exists. So that's my way of getting quick logos for companies. AAA Palette actually exists as well because that logo was already made on the web. I don't know if there's any in here that I actually have created left. Early on in the PV days when I was naming the farms and stuff, I did a lot of the signs, but I like to put nice logos on them, so I steal them from the internet. I don't know how to make an airplane mod. There are some helicopters out there, but that is beyond me. I know maps. I don't know how to do the scripting on mods, especially something like an airplane. If I could do it, it would have been done already. It's something I've always wanted to have in this version, airplanes, but I don't know if it's possible. We've got a helicopter. Dark Farm Life 16, thank you for the follow. You know how to do an airplane? Yeah, it's one of those things. Airplanes would be cool. I'd love to have one for next map on 15, and hopefully, I don't know if I'll put airports in there and pray that somebody releases them. Maybe just helicopter landing pads. We need a pull through here. Oh yeah, that's right. That's been mentioned. I could be using the pallets, but I figured I'd use the box trucks today. The old-fashioned way. You know how to do an airplane mod, then why haven't you made one for us yet? That would be the most awesome thing if we had a good airplane and that doesn't hover like the helicopter. And if it ran on servers. That's the tricky part. The helicopters don't even work on a server. It's all the scripting. We can get models of airplanes. There's tons of them out there already from 13. Even working ones on 13 for single player. But nobody ever got it to work with the new physics engine on 15. Although they came close with those helicopters. Servers, yeah. It would be so awesome to have planes on servers. Even the helicopter would be kind of fun to have on the server. Take cargo, spray fertilizer, and a passenger script. The helicopter has a passenger script, but it doesn't work in servers, so passenger script's kind of useless. It will take a year. Well, if it's going to take a year, then we'll probably make it for FS17 because most of us will probably be moving on by then. Hopefully you can convert it over. Looks like there's animals to be picked up. There's so much to do. And a jet would be kind of... You can't do... It wouldn't be right fertilizing your fields with a jet. We just need like a little Piper Cub or something. Gotta think practical. John Seeger, thank you for the host. Why would we need a jet? I mean, that is a good question. Hey John, thanks for the host. How you doing? And your followers, how's everybody doing out there? Bringing the much needed paper over to... I'm just doing this and I'm going to follow Dan's orders, but I'm going to see if I could sell some milk first. Over at Dock 5. Because we need more money. Not really, but we'll test that out and see if there's an issue. Which is weird if it's in there. Unless it's not taking the milk truck. I don't know why it wouldn't, though. Alright, we've got that going. Let's go see if I can find the milk wagon up here somewhere. We We have another row of greenhouses down here. We have greenhouses. There's not a shortage of those on the map.
6 on your buttons.
6 on my buttons. All right, thank you. One for travel and people. All right, let's see. 6. I got a button 6. And I have a milk trailer. Let's see if I can fill some milk here. Fill milk. Now, was the airport open by any... yeah, the airport. The docks. They have a... I don't know if they have hours on the docks either, but they should... Oh, it is after 17. Port Dock 5. Oh, they're open from 2 to 23. Oh my gosh, KW. Leave John alone. Off to sell some milk. If I can get out of this place. Going the long way around. Is there a wood chips count in the wood chips storage? I believe that those wood chips are in the regular iMenu still. That is the count that would be in the in this menu here. If you have wood chips, I'm sure we don't, but oh yeah, we do have some. 193,000. That count there is the ones that are for the wood chip storage. I'm going to make a note of that because that's one thing, the wood chips, that I would have liked to put on the warehouse menu as well. And maybe, you never know. We might just get that done. And I'll let you know if that happens so you know to empty it before we do it. Sort of like we did the last one. Dock 5. Which way do I want to go? I think I'll take the bridge over here. Bronco 2, how you doing today? Haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. Or I missed you. If you've been here. So a couple people having problems selling milk at Dock 5. We shall see. And I should have checked. I never did check to see if we had room down there. It wouldn't. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, we're empty. Whoa! I don't even know what I did there. I was looking at the menu. Port Dock 5, please. This way. Get this off of here for now. Removed from the crane and placed on the ground at Port Dock 1. I'm a little bit confused. Because it's the same as all the other triggers other than where you're pulling in. It's just a trigger on the ground in front of the crane, just like any of the other ones. Here, I'm gonna get rid of that for a minute. See if we can get to Port Dock 5 alive. Three. Which one's 5? This one over here. Well, that's interesting. Milk is not accepted here. Okay. Well, let me put that on the list and see why. That was a late addition. I wonder if it has to be a new save game, if that's part of the problem. But I'll check it out and let you guys know. Because we added that in after the start, but usually isn't a problem. I think we'll go to the dairy and see if they need milk. Oh, no problem. Yep, so milk at Port Dock 5 is an issue. I either spelt milk wrong, which is a possibility in the trigger.
Dairy would like to have your milk.
Yeah, I'll bring it up to the dairy. And we'll look into milk at Port Dock 5 too. Those are the kind of things I want to get fixed once and for all if we can. Is all those little things that people have mentioned but they're still popping up. They seem like they will pop up forever as more and more people play it. I am doing good, Chill Will. How you doing? Hope all is well. Hope you're enjoying the heat wave if you're here in the Northeast anyway. You're having a heat wave. Or you could be in another country and it could be very cold. Like, let's see, Australia right now. Wouldn't that be in middle of winter? All right, driving lessons, please. I am just all over the place tonight. I didn't get close enough to the trigger. Let's spin this around. I'm having a hard time backing up, and I haven't been drinking. There we go. Whoa, we went right past it. So let's see. We have a capital M for milk in the menu. I don't know why it's not taking milk. It should be buying milk. But we'll check that out. Am I going to bring out another map for 2017? Probably not. I'm going to start working on one very soon. Actually, I might even start it on Tuesday's show. Bronco 2, thank you for the $25 donation.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the map, and thank you so much for that $25 donation. It's very, very appreciated. Very much so. I'm thinking that I'm going to start a map. I want to take my time doing it, so I don't think it'll be done for 17. For 15. You never know. But I think I might start it on Tuesday. What are the hours of operation? They're from 2 a.m. to 11 p.m., so it's open. It's just not accepting milk. So I'll have to figure out why. I'll have to look into the files. It could be a simple capital letter thingamabob that I messed up on. I'm good at doing stuff like that. But we'll get it fixed if we can. It should be pretty simple. No, it's in the within the hours. It's 2 to 23 and 1746 on our server. I do not like this. There. Get rid of that glance for now. Don't need that. So you say we need gravel and that stuff to factories. Any factory in particular you're thinking of?
Probably,
I'll check them out.
yeah, yeah, check 'em out.
I'll start over. I'll bring this back and then I'll get a big tipper.
I think, not Kellogg, but Frito-Lay, which is close to, which is closer to this area.
Right. I hope we have conveyors because I don't feel like digging. Or are we digging again?
There is a conveyor.
Just one? On my single player, I have one in each place.
That could be arranged. We got money.
So, as far as a new map is concerned, I do want to start another one, at least start the landscape and everything. I'm going to do it a little differently this time, but it'll be interesting. And I may give you guys an update 2.0 version of this just a little bit down the road. We shall see. With some new stuff and changes to make things a little more interesting. Alright. That tipper looks good over there. I am so far zoomed out, I can barely see what I'm doing. Ferme de Fermier, how are you tonight? Glad you could be here. So next Friday we'll have a little bit of an update. It's not going to be major. We're going to see what we can get into it, but we will definitely fix a few issues, hopefully, that we know about. And then this Sunday, yes, this Sunday we will be doing the 7 Days to Die show and giving away a copy of 7 Days to Die. I did get everybody who subscribed. Your points should be updated, exclamation point points. We added your bonus points for your renewing your subscriptions. You can't get it to work. Is it a computer issue? That's really the only thing that holds people back is the lower end computers. Everything else is pretty much fixable. Oh, I need to check and see what I'm getting first. Let's go back. Go back! I have no idea what I'm loading up. Because if it's a decent computer, then it should work. It's just a matter of getting the files right. Oh, geez. There's a fence up already. That's not supposed to be... yeah, it is, but... I wanted to take the shortcut. Can I get around there? Yeah, no, I can't. I blocked it off pretty good. Gotta go all the way around. Yeah, you make sure it's the only mod in your folder. Oh my gosh, there's fence everywhere. That black fence is so hard for me to see. I'm always running into it. Usually over by GPC. Vidoc1 or Vidoc1, thank you for the follow. I think that's how you say it, one of those ways. All right, let's see. What do we need? Stone or gravel? Concrete, is that? All right, we've got, it's producing, but it's time. Yeah, we need more stone and gravel in there. You absolutely need the essentials. Yeah, you have to make sure you have all the individual mods. Don't unzip them individually, but make sure you have zip files for each mod in your folder. That's where a lot of people go wrong if in the beginning. And make sure you have all the essential mods in there as well, and it should work. You can get them right there at that link that KW threw up there, ! Rivers. If you're downloading it as just one big, well, the map itself is one zip file, and then the mods, you need the essential mods. If you download that as a single file, you're going to need all the individual zip files inside. If you download them individually, you'll be all set to go, but that'll take you a lot longer. Gravel is all the way down to the other end. Whoa, almost hit that truck. Oh yeah, there's gravel. We don't need a conveyor. We've got a whole bunch of gravel. You need more than just the map file. The map is a crucial, but you definitely need all the essential files as well. And they have to be in the folder by themselves, not with any other maps. That will cause an issue as well. Which seems to be the latest with most maps that have more than 64 fill types especially. But it's always a good practice to start it. Installing your maps in separate folders with the mods you want to use. Should have had 2 trailers, but one will do. No, not in this one. This one you can get as much as you want to dig. The PV15 version 2 map was different. And if you ran out, but nope, not here. You can dig all day long if you want in this quarry. My folder thingy works awesome. Thank you very much. That's MFS Plus! ! Mod. Actually, it's right in with the mods. Mod folder switcher. I think it's been. I mean, I use it religiously for its, especially when developing maps. But yeah, I wanted it to be simple and not too confusing. A lot of people with the other one, Mod Commander, it had so much extra junk that you didn't need that it was just one of those things I thought I could do a little bit better. Fill up that gravel. We need lots. I'm gonna grab some stone. Hopefully there's some black fence. I'm gonna have to put pink ribbons on the black fence so I could see it. Alright, maybe not pink ribbons. Orange. We'll just paint the fence orange. It's been done before. Old Man Farmer, thanks for dropping by. Sorry you had to go, but it's all good. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time. See if we have stone ready to go. Oh yeah, there's some stone. It is so hot in here, I'm sticking to my chair. I need a fan or something. Oh, there's another oh, I don't have a dolly. I would have hooked that one right up too. Oh wait, that's the stone trailer. Can't do that. Alright, so I missed that, Vidoc. You're missing cranberries, rice, coffee on your sower. No, it's not normal. You probably have... You need to have that AAA64 fill types mod in there correctly, and if it's not loading up correctly, it's one of the essential files. That's what loads the extra fill types. If you're missing any, it's a problem with that file itself. It should load up first. That's why it's labeled AAA. But those fill types actually are some of the last ones beyond the 64 limit. So definitely going to be a problem with that AAA 64 fix mod. That has to be in the same folder as the map. Make sure you have it there and it's separate, unzipped. If that's not working, then yeah, it's definitely a problem with that. Your mods folder, actually, let me see if I can bring this up in a second. I don't know if I can do this, but let's see. If you guys can see this, I'll go to my mods folder for the server. Where's it's in Dropbox. Dropbox, where are you? Just so you can see, your mods folder should look something like this if you have all of the stuff installed. And that AAA64, then you got the Universal Process Kit, they're must-have. Some of this stuff is not in the Essentials pack, but if you don't have individual files like that, with the map PV Rivers being down here, then you have it installed wrong. Make sure you have all the files from the Essential pack, plus the PV Rivers map in there. Well, then I would re-download the AAA64 fix. Are you trying to play on multiplayer or single player? That is often another issue. If you're trying to host a multiplayer game, the map does not work in multiplayer mode. If you're playing a single player game or a server, then it should work just fine. But there are issues with the AAA64 fix not working on multiplayer games. Have any placeable mods for lighting been tested for single player? I haven't tested any. Placeable mods for lighting usually cause issues with lag. Unless they're, especially if they're mods that you want to light up areas, they have always been big lag issues. And we use so much of the resources on the map that we've eliminated most light sources around the map. Even they've always been an issue unless they're fake lights. There are a couple buildings that have some lights. I don't know if you knew that, but the charcoal plant has lights that should work. Vote Trump. Hey there, Bacon. Oh, am I in the farming channel still?
That's fine, dude.
Didn't even know.
Hello,
I
everybody.
thought I moved. Yeah, I love the placeable lighting. I mean, just lighting in general is nice, but man, frame rate drops, and this map, once you get it all going, you're gonna suffer a little bit on frames, but it's still very playable. I don't even know what I'm running frame-wise. I mean, it's not 60, and I got a good card, but it's still playable with all the stuff going on. To throw lighting in, you'll probably, in those lit areas, you'll probably drop to, oh gosh, frame rates that make it uncomfortable and you start jittering all over the place. Yeah, you got trumped. Yeah, we don't have to bring the politics. People will vote the way their conscience leads them. You people in Canada are the luckiest ones. You don't have to vote in this election.
And so we just have to survive winter.
Exactly. Yes, the new PDA map. That's going to be added in as well. Absolutely. In this next update, we're going to swap out the PDA map with that awesome one that's in the forums. Thanks for reminding me on that too. It wasn't even on my list of things to do, but I have to get that in here. It's so awesome, the job he did. I forget who did it. But whoever you are, it's awesome. The map will never be multiplayer friendly because of the AAA64 fill type. It'll be server friendly and single player, but that is out of our control, and it's actually an issue with the way Giants loads mods. On multiplayer it does it a little differently, and it messes up the order, and if that doesn't load first, the game won't play right. So nothing we can do about that. Some people have found workarounds. You can sometimes get it to work, but it's very tricky, and once you have it stable and working, you're going to want to make sure you don't change any of your mods, because that will mess it all up again. But you can check our forums. Some people have had ideas that they've tried and it's worked. Nothing that I can change about that, though. Giants says that load order shouldn't be an issue because you should be able to write any script without having load order be an issue, and then the people that write the script say that Giants has an issue because it won't. So it's sounds like it's never going to be fixed. Hopefully in FS17 some of those issues won't be an issue anymore. They should just let us have our unlimited fill types and let us deal with it. They put a cap on it, Giants does, because they don't want people making maps that have a million fill types because they're afraid they won't run. Well, we've proven that wrong. Absolutely. Actually, let me check and see if anybody's on Discord tonight. If you're a subscriber, you can jump into Discord and I'll turn it on. X-Man's still there. He's always there. Whoa. Where'd I go? I can't remember which vehicle I had. Let's see. Group 6, maybe? Nope. Let's see. Was it the animals? 3? Nope. I jumped out of my vehicle by accident and I can't find out where it is. Hey, this one'll work. It's got 2 trailers. That's even better. I'm hijacking this one. You like how I designed the animal area on PV Rivers? Thank you very much, HC. I took some time and put it into there. It was one of those things it is probably the laggiest area on the map because of all the animated animals moving around. So it's very tricky. Normally on most of my maps I separate the animals, as if you're aware of the other previous maps, because of that issue. And it seems to work okay. It is still the laggiest area. We're probably getting... Yeah, see, I'm dropping to 16, 18 frames a second through the animal area just because of all that's going on. And that is why normally I separate them to keep... But we put a lot of placeables in here too, so... If you're going to use a lot of placeables over here, you're going to kill your frames. If you have a lower computer, try to spread your placeables out a little bit more. X-Man's on Discord. Let me go over there. Can you hear me now, X-Man?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, how you doing tonight? Hope all is well with you.
just trying to stay cool.
Oh, tell me about it. It is hot out. How come no streamers have a whiskey command? That's a good question.
I can hear you through Twitch.
Oh, you can hear me
Not too
through
bad.
Twitch. You can't hear me on. You should be able to hear me on Discord now as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I got you through Discord. I got you.
All right. Tamaho said he finally learned how to use vehicle group switcher. Yeah, when you figure it out, it's really awesome. You won't want to go without it. So what would an exclamation point whiskey command do?
Fill your glass, I hope.
Right. Brought pallets of hops to Sam Adams and they were not accepted. Also not accepted at the warehouse. I don't know if we have the hops plant, or if we don't have Sam Adams built on this map yet, but I can look into that.
I had the save game bug all week long and would sometimes crash and I had to go back 5-10 minutes.
Really?
So far for the last 5 hours it's been good, so I don't know. I haven't even changed anything and it was driving me mad.
Have you planted a lot of trees or have a lot of pallets on the map?
The trees were the problem, I think. I'm trying to cut them down quick.
Yeah, if you plant too many trees all at once, that's usually the start save game crashes. Hops cannot be stored. I could put. I don't think hops is in the main warehouse. I will check. No, it's under the crops. Dump it in with the crops, but it probably won't take a pallet there. Because that is on a different set of triggers. So I believe they can be stored, but not. You'd have to do it with the box truck. Let me look in to see if I can add a trigger for that. For pallets of hops. And
You can tipper them in, right?
you can tipper them in there, yeah. And then the brewery, I'll check that trigger. It might have been just one of those oversights. We have a few million of those. But it should take them with a tipper. And I will look into that too for next week. Should be able to be stored if you use a tipper. But I don't think we have hops actually going right now. I don't know how far Sam Adams' factory is. Yeah, it'd be just a problem with the pallets. I probably didn't add a pallet trigger because it's on the crop thing, which is different at the warehouse. But the brewery, that should have one as well. We'll get those in if there's any issues with them. We'll get them in for next week's update as well. Not currently raining here, just hot and miserable. But it's not raining. How's the weather in Canada anyway? Is it hot up there too?
It has been boiling for us. I mean, it's been 40 plus degrees Celsius, which I think equates to like
Hot.
90 plus
Yeah, it's like that here almost.
Fahrenheit.
almost
I think
100.
that's all over the country too, because I'm in the 90s here too. It's Wisconsin.
Summer is here.
Yeah, baking weather. Bake egg or fry eggs on the sidewalk weather.
Yeah. Oh, do I have? You know what I did? I have two trailers now, and I only filled the front one. Oops. I forgot I had two of them. Haven't been doing much farming. I'm a little out of practice. But for killing zombies, I'm doing pretty good.
Did you catch all the Pokemon first though?
I don't have a cell phone, thank God.
Me neither. I haven't heard about it, but I haven't tried it. I haven't got a cell phone either.
So that's a good question. How many of you out there are playing Pokemon Go on your cell phone? That I'd like to hear.
I'm level 14 already.
Level 14. It's a craze, man. Nephew comes over, found one on our toilet seat.
Did it yell at him to shut the door?
I have no idea what he was.
You gonna read, my girl?
Oh, the name is off your screen. I don't know what the asking price is. I think it's like 400,000. Popcorn Suttons. Oh, it is. It's off my screen.
Resolution's wrong.
No, it's off my screen too. With the nominal value, I think it's 250,000. That sounds right because I see the 25. Everything ends with a bunch of zeros here. Krabby hunted down all the Pokemon and killed them all, so no use looking.
Deer?
Deer? Yes? You don't have to call me deer.
Oh, is that coming through? I thought I was on push to talk on Discord.
No, it's coming through, but you don't have to call me dear.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you, sweetie.
Oh boy. Whoops. Is there any way to move HUDs around so they don't overlap? Which HUDs are you talking about? This one here you can move by clicking the X in the corner. Then you have this one here you can move by clicking on something down here. I forget which one. But field status can be moved as well. I just can't remember how it's done. Ha! The bad touch would have to be here to fill me in on that. I usually just close them when I don't want them. Watch your YouTube channel. I don't even watch my own YouTube channel. Oh, no. I did it again. I only filled one trailer. Back up. We need more. I'm already leaving.
I got it fixed.
You on PTT now?
I think so. And your sweet nothings in your ear.
Alright. Third icon from the left on field status. Yeah, so third icon from the left. This one. There you go. So you can move that around the map as well and put it where you want. And the only other HUDs, I know that you can set up, what the heck's it called? Glance, but it's set up in the config file as to where that appears. let's see if we can get some stone in trailer 2. Good evening, Sense Fan 1985. How are you today? The timer on the gravestones is every 250 hours, I believe. Gosh, I haven't been there in forever either. I wonder how many dead people we have on the map right now. I think it's 250. That sounds about right. Updates kicking it good will be coming next week. We'll have an update for you. Fixing, actually, there's more issues on there now that fixed than I even remembered or knew about. So we're going to have to fix a few more extra things and see if we can get a couple other things added in as well. But we'll have an update next Friday. You have a problem with PV15 version 2. I have everything in the bunkers for mixed feed, but not giving me TMR? Giving you total mixed ration? At the mixing station, I assume? It should be working. How are we doing here? Stone is 62, gravel is 69. Might as well get it all. That is strange. I cannot. I know. Check your log file. See if there's any errors in it. With that, that map is very tricky as well. There shouldn't be any reason why total mixed ration over there isn't making. I'm surprised people are still playing that one. Is anybody else still playing PVV2? I thought we all moved on. Geez, to answer questions about version 2 now is very difficult because we haven't booted up that map in probably close to a year now. Ever since we started developing this one, we haven't been over there.
Everything's been overwritten with rivers in my brain.
Exactly, me too. Has anyone made a list of the hidden equipment? He needs a spoiler. He's got 13 pieces and can't find the last 2. Ah, the last 2. They're
Probably the wagons. They're high, pretty good.
the tippers, the two green tippers.
Yeah.
There's two green tippers on there. There's two tractors. There's the man truck. That
Mower.
there's a mower, a mixed feeder, and a
Combine?
forage wagon, a combine, a tree
The
planter,
Tree planter. Jinx.
a slurry tanker. I'm trying to think what else was.
Haven't
Was
found
there
the
a
tree-
cultivator?
No, I think we took out the cultivator. Yeah, I replaced the cultivator.
Yeah, you got the slurry tanker.
There's 15 altogether, and I think we named 11 or 12 of them. Oh, there you go.
And the man truck.
Firm just copy pasted it. Ursus 1504 tractor. Yep. The slurry spreader, the mix feeder, the Amazon fertilizer spreader, the forage wagon, the combine, the lizard pickup truck is one. So which two do you not have? That is the question. Whoops. Ah, yes, a plow. That's in there as well. We have a plow. Misty, if you keep asking, I'm not going to accept it. Just give me a chance after the show. Don't be rude. Well, the plow and the tree planter. The tree planter's in the forest and the plow is not. There you go. I forget where I put the plow actually. I think
I know where you put it.
I think it's is it in that tree line?
No,
No, okay.
no. It's the hint is one of the factories.
Is it near water?
One of the pre-existing factories.
Pre-existing factories. Okay, I can't remember myself. It's on the map somewhere. Plow is by the steel plant.
There you go.
Alright, I think I know where it is then. Did you anybody ever find all 100 gold coins?
Nope.
No?
I didn't.
They should be all findable. I think we got them all fixed.
I think my wife found more than I did.
But there are 100 out there. You might have to look up the way. I don't actually search for the gold coins. I just get them if I come across them. And I know I put them on the map, so I should know where they all are. $20 is not even trying. 20 is what you
20 you'll just run over accidentally.
exactly.
When you got 20 left, that's when it gets hard.
Yep.
I think that's all my wife has left is 20 coins left. I got 23.
And I didn't think I made it difficult.
AW has a few of them, I think. Last I heard.
I'm surprised nobody's made a spoiler alert for the coins. Kill a zombie 879. Thank you for the follow. And I will do that later. So anyway, that big huge horde that was coming in earlier I was telling you about, Grant,
Yeah.
while it was happening, it started snowing out and it got to the point where I knew there was just a few left in the trench and I stepped on my own damn landmine. it I forgot, when I put them there, I said, well, I got the whole place lit up. I'll see that they're there. But it snowed out and covered them up. Ah. So I blew myself up anyway. Jack Freestyle, thank you for the follow. But it was, the trench worked really well. They weren't beating on the wall, they were beating on the metal spikes down there, and yeah, held them. They never even got to the building.
So what did you do? Like a trench with 2 concrete walls and a spike floor, or?
Just the inside concrete wall and a spike floor,
Ah, right.
and four rows of spikes at the bottom. 3 walls high, so they couldn't climb out.
That'd be something to try.
It worked well.
Hardened spikes down there.
Yep, I hardened them as hard as they could get. But it was definitely success. I was worried because if they get through the wall, the steel wall, they can tunnel through the ground, and that's where they'd go. Because the night before the horde, I had like a mini horde come, and I didn't have the wall up, but I had the trench dug, and they tunneled so deep I had to backfill it with dirt.
Wow.
Dogs can tunnel fast, let me tell you.
That I know. I had one chase me into a mine. It actually tunneled underneath the concrete entry.
Yep. So make sure you have the wall up. Those zombies will never get me. I'll blow myself up first. Well, I've got the trench with a solid steel wall, and my base is surrounded by a double thick steel wall, and then I have my steel wall building inside that I hide in.
I'm starting to hate these contracts because if you don't fill them, even within the time, they penalize you.
Yeah, I
big
know.
time.
I wish I could fix that too, but
They're tough.
unfortunately, that's one of the things I can't change because it's built into the scripts. I'll have to check again and see if there's any newer development on the scripts as well. What is the method to update PV Rivers map without losing save games? Just put the new copy of the map into the folder and you're good to go. You won't lose a save game. Just overwrite the current one or delete the current one is out. Usually I find better, especially on servers. Delete. Whenever I do a server update, I don't overwrite because sometimes in the Dropbox, it doesn't sync up right with you guys. So I delete it first and then put the new one in. But yeah, just put the new map file in and get rid of the old one and you'll be good. There is no major changes. If there are major changes, it'll be a version 2.0 and that would cause a save game loss. And you would be notified. I'm not going to do one of those for the fixes. And we'll see what we can add without having to do one of those. But I might do a 2.0 to finish off the year. What is it? It's July. See, October. We're only a few months out. So what I think I'm going to probably do is just start developing a landscape and getting the next map a little bit of head start. so we can get, the landscape ready. I will probably take this map and flatten it and keep everything in it just in case it all works when you know what I mean? The it's such a
Case
pain
it carries over.
in case stuff does carry over, things can be deleted easy, but to reinstall all the fruit types and everything, I'll want to put new ones in, but I don't necessarily want to get whoops, I went on the wrong side. I don't want to necessarily get rid of what we have.
Yeah.
And I do want to do work on the factories and make them different and everything, but to have all the scripts the way they're intertwined in here, I think I'll pretty much delete what I know is not coming back and at least keep it. I can even delete the factories and just re-import them, but I want to keep at least one so the scripts work correctly, just in case,
Yeah.
because all that extra work to redo everything and all the headaches, it's not worth it. So that's what I usually do. We'll take this map, we'll level it down to a level flat, and then we'll redesign it, and everything will be up in the air or hidden. But certain things are going to go in place of new ideas, like the fairgrounds. I think it's time to retire the fair and come up with something new.
Yeah, the fairgrounds has had a good run.
Yep. And the factories, I have some ideas for changing that up a little bit as well. Of course, you never know what's going to work until you try it. Yeah. River's single player is actually easier than V2 single player, though. It's all how you play the game. You don't have to buy anything. Everybody is a completionist, though. I know that's the crowd. Everything has to be done.
That that really is the biggest difference between 15 version 2 and this is the how you play the game can be so many different ways. It, you don't have to buy things. You could be a just a straight grain farmer and complete the game if you wanted to, and not buy a single factory.
Oh, yeah. You can still build your factories and then not buy the other ones, but actually, that Hunter Farmer was saying, I think I'm going to sell the gypsum factory back to them so I don't have to stock it.
Oh, I did that already. I can't stand waiting for paper.
Do they produce more when they own it?
Well, yeah, definitely. It restocks every night. You wait for paper all day long and maybe get 30, 35,000.
Well, there
Whoops.
you go. You want to increase your production of paper? Sell the factory.
There you go. Oh, bacon is worth a lot of money for 4 hours. Do we have bacon? We could sell it to Campbell's. Bacon should be worth a lot of money anyway. Chinese food every 4 blocks in Bass Pro Shops. We can serve Chinese food. We have cats on the map.
It could be mysterious the mysterious pet disappearances factor.
So what would we sell at a Bass Pro Shop? We can make have a
Worm farm?
we can have a Yeah, worm farm. Hey, worm farming. Why did it not fill all the way up? Did I miss the front? Yeah, I did. Alright, there we go. Don't serve the kitty.
Well, I've always said if it is rat they're cooking up, they know how to cook it because it tastes damn good.
I think some of them actually serve chicken. I have a few of my favorites, but I can tell you there was a couple that I went to that it just wasn't right. Those ones I never
Just
go back to.
did not place that meat consistency, eh?
Yeah,
Didn't
it's like
match it to
you ever
something.
have it when it's like veiny or chewy and stringy and you could chew on it all day? That's
Yeah, like jerky.
that's that's when I think it's cat. Once I have it like that, I never go back. No kitty. Is that like a rumor or something? How did that all start? Or did they find actual restaurants that were doing that? Snopes.com. When I add the overpowered bass boats on the next map, they will need a place to get bait and fuel so we can catch the fish and sell the fish at a fish oil factory to make lantern fuel and other things. Oh, is that how it works? The funny part about it is I was actually contemplating putting a map without water.
Just have a giant well.
Well, there's plenty of maps out there that don't have a big lake or river. I do not want to have the conflicts with the ferry boat again. The fact that the Brooks chipper does not reduce the trees in the license total is not intentional, but it's known. It's just the way that the scripts were written. It doesn't detect the Brooks. So it's kind of nice.
Yes, it is.
So it's actually a not intentional, but we'll say it was intentional because it's actually one of those ideas that's kind of good.
Consider it a 24-hour license for wood chipping.
Yes, it's a 24-hour license for wood chips. Just don't cut that last tree. There's my other truck. See, you still need the license. It just doesn't detect it when it's chipped. That's just one of those mod things, you know? The Brooks obviously does a workaround that the scripts don't detect. I didn't even check to see what my totals were. I'll grab another one.
I think what it does is it treats it as a stump instead of a tree, and that's why it doesn't count it.
Yeah, that's possible. Yep, you need a lot of chips. That's for sure. But forestry is a big thing with FS15. Actually, it's been working really well if you do what we did, and that is stagger your planting of the trees. Like do 200, we do 200, then a few days later you can do another 200, because once they reach day 10, they aren't in your vehicle XML file the same way anymore. They go into the indexes, and it keeps the lag from in the crashes from coming. Just stagger them every 2-3 days, plant a couple hundred. Paper. It's always paper. Actually, wasn't it resin or something in the last map?
Well, somebody could try selling.
It was always
Concrete.
paper.
Yeah, it was. It was last map. It was paper and cement.
Maybe Kojin will be broken up into 2 divisions.
Oh yeah, I was gonna some silly question, but in the drywall factory you have 2 production lines, but you only get 1 quantity out.
The quantities combined. If you're running both
Yeah.
production lines, you get it twice as fast. But the that's the way the script works. There's only one. Think of it as a pile. Both production lines are adding to the pile. If only one is running, then you're only getting it half as fast. But they both put it into the same output pile. So if you run,
It's really noticeable with the concrete.
yeah, concrete is definitely noticeable with the 3 lines, but you're getting it twice as much if you're running both fuel. It just adds it to the same output. All the factories work that way. They can't have multiples of the same within the scripts. And that's why I said if I divided Cogent into a couple separate divisions, we could have products like paper separated, and then you could add fuel to make it go faster, like the other ones. But
Yeah.
because it has 3 production lines currently, can't add a separate one.
You'd literally have to have a separate factory for each product.
Yeah, the Gravy. So what I'm saying is like having 2 wives doing your laundry. Exactly.
Wait, that is productive? I thought that halts production.
Well, if they're both doing the laundry, you get your laundry done twice as fast. Although,
It isn't the talking.
yeah,
solving.
yeah, that's true. So it's not exactly like 2 wives doing your laundry. King 1983, thank you for the follow. Oh, let me check and see the totals. I'm gonna end up coming up here with a trailer full of stuff I don't need. I'm filling it right up. One of each, 91 and 90%. I think one of each might top it off. It might be a little bit short, but we'll find out. How about solar panels for power or a wind turbine? Currently not possible. Not with this factory script set. You'd need to have sun as a fill type, and how would that be produced? Now the UPK kit has it so rain can be used as a fill type, but we can't use that version because everything else craps out on the map. we need to have another fuel type. We've got coal, we've got gas.
Wood pellets made from wood chips.
Ooh, pellets. Yeah, that's just what people. more, more trees. It would work though. What buildable factory would I say to build first? As far as
I would say concrete.
that's not buildable, that's buyable.
Oh,
So
right. Yeah, yeah.
so out of the buildables, I really don't think it matters. It's whatever you so choose. Uh, I think the Pepsi is usually built first because it's the closest to the stone and gravel, and so that's very commonly built first. There is a Krone pellet machine that makes pellets, biomass pellets. Interesting. Yeah, Frito-Lay is a good one to start as well. That's another one that's fun to do, close by. But as far as buildables, it really doesn't make much difference. Buyables, on the other hand, yeah, cement factory. Although some people might prefer to not make the cement, so that's what's cool about it. I was gonna be cruel and make you build them, then have to buy them too. Oh, I want to get the other load in gravel. But that would just be mean, wouldn't it? Now, the interesting thing is, if you had them buyable, they would produce for you without you having to run them. But it's time to bring in some new ideas. We might not do buildable factories next time. I like the way the factories work. I think we have enough of them, so we may have to switch some of them up. Because the menu's already running off the screen. Most likely the next map will be for FS17. We'll get started on one very soon and see how it progresses, but there's only 3 months. I think we'll probably end up saving it and just use it as a start off for FS17. But I'm still not ruling out doing a 2.0 of this one with a couple added features. We shall see. But we got to make the next one entirely different yet. Well, not entirely different. But it's got to have a unique feel to it. So you will see things change drastically. We're bringing back fences.
I don't know. I'm all for introducing ditches.
Ditches, yeah. Yeah, you know, that's not a bad. There's going to be one of the things I do want to accomplish is not necessarily fences, but a lot less driving around on grass like I'm doing now. Forced road usage, and ditches work well with that. Ditches and bridges, and yeah, it's going to be different.
Great ways to implement little mud areas as well as with a ditch. So they could try and traverse the ditch, but there's always that chance you're going to get stuck.
And there will still be enough room around your field, so don't panic. I don't want you ending up in a ditch every time. That would just annoy people. It would annoy
Yeah.
me if you can't turn your combine or your equipment around at the end of the field. But oh, I'm going in the wrong way.
It'd just don't, that'll only annoy those people that have to have every square inch of field they possibly can as usable soil. So they might just have to rethink how far or how close to the ditch they decide to plow the grass to.
Yep. Yeah, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't integrate any placeable to work with any in-game. As a matter of fact, I wanted to have one central power plant to power all the factories, but the factories are all independent of each other, so that doesn't work either. There's so many things I'd love to do, but haven't figured out a way to do it. I need one more load to finish these off. One partial. Yeah, there you go, Throsby. That's my kind of thinking.
Oh, I love the idea of rocks and having to rock pick.
Fences, mud, ditches, deep rivers with steep walls, weeds popping up in fields, random rocks, cutting trees out of fields to plant. We had those ideas, some of them. And
That
and
was how this map started out.
it did, but I was so worried with the trees all over the map. The performance started dropping with this script set. Everything's got to be redone piece by piece and see what we can get away with.
I mean, just think of how much we could do if they would just update the engine.
The question is, would a single size map be too small for everybody here? I think it would be.
I have to agree.
So I always tend to go to 4X and with a single size, you could make a lot more happen because it's a lot less taxing on the system. But 4X
I I
seems
think you could probably get away with both because I mean you don't have enough time to do two 4X's
no.
usually in the time it takes for the company to bring out another version of the game, but you could possibly get away with a 4X and a 1X in that lifespan of the game.
What we'll do is we'll do a 4X map, and then that'll be the first map for FS17. And if we get a head start on it now, it'll be out relatively early when FS17, within the first few months. And that'll give us the rest of the time to spend on a single X kick-ass map for the map contest
There you go.
that they can't refuse because it's entirely different.
Don't count on it.
Right. They'll find another rule. They'll call,
That was so stupid.
you're American, so you can't enter. That'll be the next thing they'll tell me.
Yeah, there's a body of water between us and you, so you can't enter.
Chill Will 42. Will PV Rivers be playable on 2017? Your guess is as good as mine. Nobody will know that until it comes out and we see what Giants did. Normally, lots of script changes might be needed, and we rely heavily on the Universal Process Kit. So if just that doesn't work, we're in trouble. And the factory scripts, then this map will not work. And the 64 filter, there's just so many underlying scripts, and typically, like going from 2013 to 2015, nothing worked. So it's starting all over. and we have to wait for script writers to give us the tools like the Universal Process Kit and the Fabric script from Marhu and those types of things. They run the map until we have those. Uh, the Schweinmass script with his barns. Until all that stuff's converted, we have just a landscape. That's why I won't go much further than the landscape and what we have in here, because a lot of stuff when I start the next map. If it turns out that the scripts work and it's just a minor conversion process, we will definitely do it. This one and PV version 2. It'd be kind of fun to see the maps carry on. It was impossible to do the last maps. Even with the changes that have come along, and I know you can now, there are ways to convert those old maps over to 2017 or 2015, but my maps, good luck with that. There's still so many things that would have to be changed and rewritten that it was much better to start over. I think sometimes I like Industries. Nobody ever really played Industries that well. Some people played it because they waited until my first map here, but it's probably one of the best ones for 13 and most underplayed map that I made.
Yeah, it's a great map.
It definitely was the tools became available. See, that's the problem with these. You got a lot of great modders writing a lot of great scripts, but they take time. And we're still seeing some new cool stuff that comes along, but it's just a little bit, it's close to when the next version's coming out. So it's what do I have left in this thing? Did I load up? Oh, gravel's a little short. And I have stone figures. Well, let's bring the stone over this way. Yeah, the scripts come out late. Then you have to make the maps to work with them, and then by the time all the cool stuff comes out, everybody's ready to move on to the next one. I mean, look how close these Russian scripts, literally, they came out, but to put a map together with them, I think I'm probably the only other map that used them, other than the original map being modified several different ways. You took the quarry out of PVV2 and put it in your test map. Or yeah, it works. Actually, one of the things, what I did with PVV2, getting Bjorn home in a corner of the map was a trick in itself. What a mess that was to get reback. But and then editing it from there. Where am I going with this? I wanted to go to, oh yeah, stone up here. I was thinking about doing the same thing with Westbridge Hills for the next map, but dropping it in the center and then expanding it out.
That'd be interesting.
Different style. I already told you if you asked again, I wouldn't accept your friend request. So I think you just burned that bridge. I don't want to be harassed on my account, so it's people that keep asking and doing things like that that I don't want over there. So, good luck with that. You just ruined your opportunity.
Yeah, you missed it. You're kind of giving off the stalker sort of vibe. So, I mean, I know you're a kid and all, but manners go a long way. So, Just tone it down and give the guy a chance.
Precisely why am I not getting a? Is this not take stone? I think it takes stone, and just not getting the trigger. Ooh, that'll do it. Roll it over. Precisely why I don't usually log into my friends list on on when I'm playing on Steam, because I can't do anything anymore. I got so many people on there that just
Well, it's just a way of life, right? Like
yeah.
it's just how it goes. Everybody, you can't blame them for wanting to be in the know or doing,
Oh yeah.
being a part of it. But in the same breath, some people just don't know when to pull the reins back a little bit.
Did I know that the Quadrac 620 spawns in the water if you buy it? The vehicle is too big. What's the Quadrac 620? Is that the big tractor? The Quadrac?
Combine, isn't
No, I didn't know that. It can't be bigger than the barge, and that spawns on the dock. It's just probably the spawn
it?
point.
Yeah. Oh, the case, yeah, the four-wheel drive track case.
Did not know that, but we'll find out.
Yeah, that shouldn't be happening because that thing's nowhere near as big as the boat, and the boat spawns there.
Unless he's got other stuff he bought and it just happened to spawn backwards.
Yeah, mine's fine. It's perfect. So no, I didn't
Have
know
you
that
got
that
stuff
happens.
sitting in there, Fred? Have you got stuff sitting in there when you try and respawn it?
Check underneath it too. That could be part of the problem. If there's something in the water underneath that slipped through your dock, under here, then it would probably not want to place it there. But yeah, it spawned fine.
See, and that's the big thing is we have to replicate what you guys have for problems, and you just saw right there that Dave spawned one in, and it landed perfectly on the dock, so there's something different happening on your game.
Yeah, now I lost my other truck. I keep forgetting what group I was in when I'm driving these things around. Is that? Oh, that's the other group. Hmm. Where's my other one? Was it in group 1? I lost my vehicle. Again. Normally, when I tab forward out of something, I just hit Shift Tab, but you can't do that with the Steam version. Let me see. There's one in Group 6. And let's see. Where is another one? Group 9? Doesn't have one. I see. There goes Danny up and down looking for it. Was it in group 2? No, not there. Group 3 doesn't have. I don't know where it went. Maybe it's not in a group. No, the Case Quadrac isn't in a group. Alright. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here
Try
it is.
resetting it, Dave.
I got it. I got it. It was in group 2. Remember that. Group 2.
Try resetting that case, Dave, because you bought it, right? And that's where it landed, but see where it lands when you reset it.
Alright.
If you got money on the... Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, we got money on the server.
Because maybe it could be something like maybe something like that black wood trailer, where you could buy it and it would drop on the buy, but when you went to reset it, it would do something really weird.
No, I reset just over one spot.
All right, now it's got to be something in your game then, Fred.
Do I make mods too? It depends what you mean. I don't do vehicles. I edit some. I can put pieces together, but I do not do any 3D modeling. So, and I don't do any script writing. I'm a piece by piece builder. I can do some script editing, but I don't do my own. I mean, the trailer, I did that. I will give you that. I put it on the frame. It's a big white box. I built the sides. So I have some capabilities, but to like make my own tractor or something, that will never happen. I took the mixer, the cement mixer, and sort of built that out of FS13 mods. I had to take the script off of another one to get the barrel to work, spin correctly on FS15. And then I took it off of the trailer it was on and put it on the AR frame. So, yeah, I can do stuff like that. Put pieces together. Yep, give me a box of Legos. Exactly. Give me the pieces and I'll make them work in ways you never thought of before. That's what I do. It's always fun to get a new script that it has multiple possibilities, like the fabric script. And look what people have done. It all started out with just the sawmills, I believe, were the very first thing he did with it. And now you've got so many different ideas that have been implemented using that fabric script, including our gravel pit stones that are spawning and the soccer ball spawner and the Pepsi machine filler that we've made. So somebody comes up with a script like that, that's what we do. We try to find different ways to use it. Thank you so much, KGB. KJB. KGB. KJB. He's a member of the KJB. It can be thrown by a human. I need gravel. I'm in the wrong tunnel for gravel. No, I'm not. I'm in the right tunnel for gravel. What do you know? I thought I went in a different one. Yeah, I imagine the trailer. I don't know the physics on the trailer. What's going on there? You got the push mod. Is that what you're doing? I that little push mod thing. That's all the gravel we need. No push mod. Then how are you actually moving it? It's getting dark in here. I didn't fast forward the time when we started today. I usually bring it up to morning hours so it's not dark and dreary in here, but it's good. We've got factory stage accomplished. That's a lot of sand and gravel, or gravel and stone. Well, I didn't grab enough. Well, we'll leave it at that. It should be close. We may need 200 gravel. Grabby Latouche, thank you.
Load trail.
Whiskey, thank you so much for the $10 donation there, Grabby. Very much appreciated. I think that we are done with that for now. That one's all set. Close enough. I'm sure that because of the rounding numbers that'll be enough to finish it. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the factories don't need all the product that it says it takes? That's because if you don't fill it all at once, it takes part of it and rounds it up to like a whole percentage point. It's kind of weird, but it does the trick.
Oh, I've never noticed.
Yeah, if you fill everything up all at once, then it'll work just fine. But say you needed 4,000 paper, but you only had 3 in there, it kind of the way the UPK works, it'll take the 2 and the 1 and make it the same amount as a percentage point. So if you partially fill them, it kind of gets a little out of whack, and then it'll automatically be done with extra product in there. But it's all good. It works. Nothing I can do about it. Fritos need a place to upload the pallets. Unload the pallets. Frito has a place to unload the pallets. It's right in the front. And I can't show you because it's not built yet. But it is on the front side of the building. Just look right at the front of the building. It's there. If it's not in your current version, I did in version, if you have the latest version, it'll be marked there. It wasn't marked in 1.1, but when we did 1.2, we added a little pile of pallets so that you could see where it was. Just a little tweak. And I could kind of point to where it would be, but I'll show you about where on the lot it would be. There used to be trees here. Oh, wipeout. So as the factory is being built, the pallet trigger would be, this would be the front side. And your building would be over here, and somewhere over in this area, right in front of the building, there is a trigger. Probably about where this sand pile is. No, that would be a little bit too far because the fence cuts in. So yeah, it's right about here on there. You'll see the building that's would be right in front of us. And that's what we'll look at that. We've got floating markers. I didn't see them. Making a list, checking it twice. No problem, Fred. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, the map is huge. It's very easy to miss things. It takes a long time to get used to, but once you get it down, it's like riding a bike. No, I still get lost sometimes. And it is so blazing hot in this room. Part of the thing is I shut the door so there's no circulation. Because if I didn't, you would hear kids outside and the laundry running and all that fun stuff. To find the man was way easier. For a minute there, I thought he said to find a man was way. I was like, really, Fred? The man truck hidden in the garage. Gotcha. Did I just say hidden in the garage? I gave it away. But if nobody's found it by now, come on.
It's been long enough we can do our 15 hidden vehicles video and find the coins video.
Yeah. Is there a Twitch mod for FS15 that can chat inside the game? I'm sure there are mods that or not. There's Twitch plugins that can put the chat up inside the game window. I just find that so much stuff on the screen gets, a little bit crazy.
Well, that and Twitch records chat now. So if
Yeah.
anybody goes to watch your broadcast later, they see the chat twice.
Yep. And got any ideas for what the FS17 map will look like? That is an interesting question because I know it's going to be different. I have some really good ideas. I think you're going to find it from other than what I've said already. I want to make it so that you are more or less going to need to use the roads a little bit more, whether it's ditches, tunnels, bridges, we shall see, fences in some places maybe. I want to make it so you have to travel the roadways a little bit more than you do now. You'll still always be able to cut across adjacent fields and stuff, but let's put it this way, from getting to point A to point B, you're going to probably have to travel specific routes next time. Other than that, I'm going to start the map with more of a Westbridge Hills type of feel rather than the Bjornholm or this type of feel. So we shall see where it goes. As far as the grass, mix it up a little, make it look different entirely. That's my main goal. And I'm going to lay out a landscape with some ideas I have, and then it never ends up the way I envision it. That's part of the issue. Today is FarmCon in Nuremberg of Giants. Oh yeah. Am I gonna place a crap ton of trees? Not sure yet. I like a lot of trees. I put them all in one main area here, but I think they'll be more spread out again on the next map. There will be areas. I think it'll be pretty cool. trees are an issue when you have a lot of them. I mean, they're not too bad anymore, but they're resources, you know, resource hungry. You do have total mixed ration now. All right. Well, that's good to know. Glad it's working finally. It'll be a different. I don't know. I'm just driving in circles. Let's see. Hunter Farmer's still at it with the. Oh, there. I
Oh,
think.
is Dan on the server?
Yeah, he's been farming here. He's out there somewhere. What do I want to do? I wanted to get the wool over to FM Textile and start that thing up now that we own it. So I'll bring, yeah, let me see if I can find that trailer. Forestry is what number? 9. I think that's where, yeah, they got this group all messed up. There's,
Was that Dan?
where?
I thought I heard him say something.
I didn't hear him. Oh, I'm not on the, I have Bumble muted right now. So if you still have that on.
So do I. But I'm in all three screens, so I don't. Here, let me see if he's in Discord.
Yeah, you got that right. He's definitely a player. He keeps going and going. If you need someone to test your maps, Dan is the guy to have. I'm glad he's with us. Because nobody does as many hours on a map as he will. Viper's really good too. Viper puts in some. I haven't seen Viper. Has he been streaming? Fred Fruit with a $69 donation. Thank you so much, Fred. You're awesome. 69. The number of the evening. And you're very welcome, Fred. Glad you're enjoying the map. Yeah, has Viper been streaming lately?
I
Yeah,
haven't.
he was on right
because-
before you were.
Oh, he was?
Ah,
He's hiding out there. Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a little while. I know he's busy doing his thing. I'll have to surprise him, jump in his stream. He just finished. Gotcha. Wonder if he's coming back over for the next map test. See, once I get a map that's ready to be played over here, there will be no more testing on this server. We'll be on to a new one. Not that you guys wouldn't mind that. We've been doing it for so long now. It's actually like our third time through now. One of the benefits about being on this crew is when FS17 does come out, you know that I'm working tirelessly on the first map for that thing. Because these guys will be... What were you guys playing before? Do you remember the map you guys were playing before I had a map ready?
well, yeah, it was the Russian scripting map.
It was,
We were playing that, remember? Andre and...
yeah, you were playing some map. I forget what the name of it was. And it's like, I can't have him playing that. I gotta get mine done. Where am I
There
going?
were so many changes going on at that point, there wasn't any point to being on the server.
Oh no, I know it. It was crazy. In the beginning is always tough because you gotta. It has to be to a certain point before it's playable. You know.
Yeah.
Have to have the basics in there anyway. Oh, let's see if I can pick up these things with from here. Apparently not. Oops, I did a overturn there. Bad driving. Well, if you're watching Viper's stream and he's still streaming, then tell him I said hello. Oh my gosh, I can't drive anymore. I think it's almost time to call it an evening. There we go. Good enough. Might have to restart the server because I sucked the pallet off the thing. Get out of the truck.
Touch the partial one, did ya?
Yeah, I did. We're just sometimes a little bit crazy. Alright, out of the... and jump on the trailer. So he says this thing...
Does he have to have the truck hooked up to the trailer for this to work?
I don't know what's happening. Nothing here.
You jump up and down on it?
Jumping up and down. I got wool on it. I can go inside the wool. But I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, his trailer was on. Well, I'm going to be unloading it. We'll try it again. The point of loading the wool was to unload it. Unload it and disconnect it and jump up and down on it. That doesn't even sound right. But we'll give it a try. Whoa! I'm all over the road. This thing goes too fast. Did I just pull the wool? Oh boy, that's bad, Throsby. Where does the wool go? I can't even remember. I think I missed a bridge. I don't know. I'm gonna take this one. Oh no, Dan 1 has left the server. Does that mean Dan 2's logging in? He must be. It's his bedtime.
Yeah, I think so.
He's been here probably since 4 a.m., so we'll give him a break. Alright. Did anybody remember where I put that factory? I thought it was over here.
You Gotta go over the two bridges, and then it's right beside the speedway.
Oh, it's over there. No, I did not make this map. It's just a figment of your... I just take all the credit for it. Because I have no idea where things are still to this day. Yeah. Take a left at the Culligan plant. There she is. I brought you some wool.
Good night, Dan.
Good night, Dan. Well, I got all but one in there. It wasn't so bad. Hang on. I'll get the last one in with the front of the truck. Alright, so disconnect and jump up and down. I'm still not getting it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a trailer. It doesn't do anything. Don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you got a glitchy version.
Yeah, it almost sounds like Fred should re-download the latest map update and reapply it.
Oh, it was the trailer he said was doing something, jumping or can be pushed around. Yeah, he sent me a PM screenshot. I'll have to check that out, but weird. Yeah, it went to, I don't know where the messages, when they go, they end up in a different place sometimes. In the other tab, there it is. Oh my gosh, there's a link that I have, long link I have to copy and paste. I'm gonna look at it and see just what you got me curious.
I said a Twitch message.
Well, here we go. This is because you have other things on the platform. It set it behind the weight. That's probably why that happened. If the platform was clear, it would have been okay.
Oh, is that what the?
It was
case?
behind, yeah, the case set behind a weight. And there's a weight right
Yeah.
in front of him, so it found enough room behind the weight and it put it there. So that explains that one. I hope you don't mind me showing your screenshots on the stream here. And it tilted on you. I don't think that had to do with the trailer. I think it's probably because it's rubbing up against the wall, possibly, or too close to that wall that in the garage. That would be my guess. Just a guess. Back to the farm show. Because the trailer will have its mind of its own. I gotta park this thing, and I think at that point we'll call it an evening. Because it's too hot and I gotta open the door. But the trailer seems pretty solid for me. Let me find a way out of here. Is there... Oh, there's a wooden bridge over here somewhere. Or am I already on the side of the wooden bridge? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. You don't see a place where it explains PV15 versus PV rivers. They're...
Well,
I'm not sure.
probably look at the um, PDF files.
Yeah.
Look at yeah, that's probably your best bet. I mean, there's a 90 plus page PDF for rivers, and there's a decent informative one for Pleasant Valley version 2.
Yeah. There's definitely differences. There's some similarities, like the building of the factories works very similar. But for the most part, the factory operations have all changed.
Yeah, like there's not going to be a specific, these are the differences between the two in the PDFs.
Yeah.
It's just look at the PDFs and you'll notice the differences.
It's like I try to create different things and different ideas, so it would be like trying to compare this to any other map that's out there. Not just I know that I did both of these, but they have so many differences that they're really their own thing, you know? So I didn't do a comparison between the two. There are lots more factories. The factories run completely differently. There's mud on. I mean, there's just the fair. It's an entirely different map. It's
Yeah.
designed
The
differently.
forestry area is different. The animal area is different. Everything's different.
So it's its own little world, not to be compared with any other. Well, you can compare it, but yeah, the rivers, the riverboat, there's just so much that it's hard to compare the two. They're even designed different style. I mean, that had obvious borders, so everybody ran individual farms, whereas this was to make it so everybody was working the same farms all together in the same areas. Or single players should probably like this a lot better just because of the way things are located on the map.
It is. It's much more single player friendly, this version.
Too many changes to list to do a comparison. What has been stayed the same, I would say, is the factory building style, the way the factories are built, but even the products have changed. So there's nothing really of Culligan. That works the same. The birdseed.
Even all the existing factories or the ones that were in the former version have a difference in them in that you're not going to view them the same way with the new scripting and the menu you have there.
Right. Only the Culligan's the only one that still runs on the UPK.
Yeah.
So other than that, and the water towers, you're pretty much, and maybe the fabric script, the sawmills are the same, you know. But there are a lot of same things, but the map is really completely different. It's Saturday. Well, happy Saturday. I think I'm just about done here. If anybody has any last questions, we'll get you answered. But I'm gonna head off, and I'll be back here on Sunday this week. I shouldn't have a problem making it because everybody else is going out of town when I'm supposed to be broadcasting, and I'm staying here. All the kids are going to camp. Mama's got to take them, so I will be here for my 4 o'clock broadcast of 7 Days to Die. I'm going to try to plan it so we have a horde ready on day 7 for the broadcast. And then I'll be giving away a copy of 7 Days to Die as well on Sunday. That'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then back after that for more farming. And maybe we'll start on the next map. You can watch me tear one apart. That's probably the first step for Tuesday. And then Friday we will have an update for you guys. Who knows? Maybe I'll even attempt to put the oat and rye windrow or something in the map on Tuesday. I like to do Tuesday more of a development show if I have something to do. So maybe we'll look for the changes. We'll show you guys a little bit more underneath the hood. Yeah, I know I did. I put it exactly where... That's where we usually park it. I should have left a truck over there too, but I didn't. But if it's up close to the wall, it might be in... That might have made it start tilting, or you never know. But I don't think it was an issue of the trailer itself.
It could be that truck too, because that's not one of the mod pack trucks.
Yeah. Did I say wheat windrow? I meant oat and rye windrow. We do not have, but it can be done. I don't know if it will change the map save games or not, so we're going to try it out. The worst thing that can happen with something like that is that the crop indexes get messed up. Hello, puppy. He looks so cute. Whoever did the animations on these animals and the 3D models did a great job.
Yeah.
Except for the barking doesn't match his mouth movements, but other than that. Oat and rye windrow. That is the question. Will it happen? We shall see. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and thank you very much for all the donations, Fred and Bronco 2. It's been a lot of fun, and where's the kitten? The kitten is being chased down at the gas factory in circles. Down at the Shell plant there. He's on off the left side. I think that's one. I think there might be another one on the map. I can't remember where I put it. Oh, by the grain silo, maybe on farm number... Well, actually, West Farm, I think. Good night, everyone. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend, and stay cool.
Good night, folks. Have fun.
And good night to you, X-Man, as well. I'm going to head back over to the other channel.